Watch these static renders transform into cinematic shots with real camera lenses, natural motion, and film grain. When you are working on a project, you can't just create one or two beautiful static images anymore. It's all about the story, the movement, the atmosphere you bring to your design. You want your renders to feel alive, not frozen in time. Hey, what's up guys? Nuno here. So let me start by showing you my complete workflow for creating realistic animations from static renders. So I've created this autumn scene render. I've added a small child and a woman to create some storytelling, and I've taken a top-down view image render. By the way, I made a tutorial recently on how to create this environment with all the render effects. Link will be in the description. Now, I will take this image to a website called Higgsfield. Here they have multiple tools in one place, but I'm going to use Topaz Image Upscaler. Here's why this is crucial. The 3D people in your renders, even though they work fine for static images, they still look fake. Now, with the new upscaled image, we can take it to a new feature inside Higgsfield called Cinema Studio. This is where we add real cinema cameras and lenses to our renders. What's nice about Cinema Studio is that it features actual cinema cameras like the ARRIFLEX, the Alexa 35, IMAX film cameras, and real lenses like the Zeiss Ultra Prime. You even have this Soviet lens called Helios, which is quite popular in the vintage photography community. I actually own several of these myself because I love the look of this lens. The Helios lens has a lot of flaring and a very particular bokeh with an oval shape, something you cannot get in regular renders. And this is exactly what we are going to bring into our visualization. Now, if you are unsure which camera or lens to use, here's a great resource, shotdeck.com. This website has basically every movie ever made with image stills. And when you click on them, you can see which camera was used, which lenses, the location, even the color scheme. For example, the Helios lens was used in the chase scene from the Batman movie in 2022. You can see the ellipsoid bokeh that's very typical of the Helios. And this is something I always tell my students. After you do your renders, everything is super perfect, right? It's razor sharp. But we need to create imperfections from real-world lenses. And this is where Cinema Studio comes in. I'm going to select the Alexa 35 camera, the Helios lens, and 50mm focal length. Even though the Helios is actually 55, this is close enough. For aperture, I'll leave it at f4. And since I use these settings all the time, I can click Save Setup, and it will be ready for next time. They also have recommended setups you can use. Now, click on Image Generations and upload your render. You can describe the image or leave it as it is. Let's try without a prompt first. Keep the same proportion at 2:3 and resolution at 2K. Click Generate. Let me also test some of the recommended setups to compare. I'll try the Red Raptor 35 and one more with a different focal length. Here's the first one with a Helios lens. You can see all the flaring happening. It's not sharp at all and it doesn't have much contrast, but that's actually how this lens looks in real life. You can see here a couple of photos I took with it for comparison. The second one generated a completely different image since I didn't use a prompt, which is actually not a bad thing because I can use this as an end frame for my animation. And this one with the Red Raptor, you can see the difference immediately. It has flaring and ghosting around the edges. Each lens and camera has its own particularity, so generate multiple versions and see which one looks best for your project. Now that we have our enhanced images, let's animate them. Click Animate, and this image will be used as the start frame. For the prompt, I'll write, "Small girl walks on the stones towards the mother." Keep the settings the same, maybe 5 seconds. For camera movement, you have options like handheld, zoom out, zoom in, camera follows, orbit around. For this scene, I'm using handheld because I want a little bit of shakiness to make it feel more natural. Leave audio on, no slow motion, and click Generate. For the second animation, I'm going to set an end frame. Go to Image Generations and select that different image we generated earlier. By setting an end frame, The AI will create a sequence from the first frame to the last frame, telling a complete story. Let's see the results. The first animation looks quite nice, though it feels a bit slow motion even though I turned that off. Maybe 10 seconds would work better to complete the sequence. And for this one with the end frame, it's actually quite nice. You see she starts walking and gives a final hug. When you have an end frame, it helps tell your story. It helps the AI understand what should happen. Let me also try this with Kling 2.6 to see the difference. I'm going to upload the image and for my prompt, static camera with slight handshake. A small girl walks on the stones towards the mother in fast motion. Leave audio on, 10 seconds and generate. The animation looks quite nice, but it just stops here and doesn't give the hug. But I really like the expressions from the mother. So it's a different approach, different models will have different outcomes. Let me show you one more powerful feature, draw to video. Now we can add arrows and instructions. For example, if we put an arrow, we can say, girl runs towards the mother and gives a hug. And then we can change to blue and say here, mother gets up when receiving the hug. Press generate. The girl running is not so great, but the mother getting up, this one actually is very good. This part, it got it right. It will probably take several more prompts to get it perfect, but this shows you the level of control you have. Now let me show you the complete workflow from start to finish with a different scene. It's a simple top-down view featuring a father holding a small girl in his arms and another child playing with the toys on the floor. So again, head over to Higgsfield and use the Topaz Upscaler. Upload your render and you will see two options, Precision Upscaler or Generative. I'm choosing Generative again because I want to actually improve these 3D people, not just make them bigger. And here we go, this version looks much better. If we zoom in, the quality is really good, even the furniture looks more realistic. Let's download this one and move forward. Now we bring this to life. Head to the video section and select Kling 2.6. Again, for my tests, this one creates the best results. Then upload your upscaled image. For the prompt, man walks around with a child in his arms and another child is playing with a toy. Keep enhance on, leave audio on and set it to 5 seconds. Here's what I love about this workflow. We can test multiple AI models at once. So I'm also generating versions with Kling 2.1, with camera static, Seedance 1.5 Pro and Google View to compare. Let's see the results. The Kling 2.1 version looks quite nice. The man is walking, the child passes behind naturally, and you can even see his leg correctly positioned behind the table. There's just a small glitch at the end, but overall it's solid. The Seedance version, the movement is fine, but the face is changing too much, not ideal. The View version has some nice shadows on the wall, but I don't think it's the best option. And here's the Kling 2.6 with camera static. This is actually my favorite. It's exactly what I had in mind when I created this scene. This one is the winner. So Higgsfield pricing starts at only $9 a month, and if you get the unlimited plan for $24 a month, you get 1 year of unlimited Nano Banana Pro generations and 7 days unlimited of multiple AI models like Kling AI, Cinema Studio, Seedream, and many others. I'll leave the link in the description so you can check it out. And that's the complete workflow for creating cinematic AI animations from your static renders. Let me know in the comments what you think and which topic would you like to learn next. If this helped you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.